Welcome back to Torah Talks with Ahava. Today we're going back to the very first, but we're taking it slow. And we have our guest in the back. You remember the girl from the parking lot scene? She's here, y'all. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. So we're not doing like a typical reading the whole Bible, reading the whole scriptures, right? No, we're breaking this thing down a little bit differently, and then we'll get to that later. So basically, in the beginning is where everything started, basically taking it back in order. So I have my book and I have my iPad where my notes is. So we're going to open up, get your Bibles or your notepad, get it. So y'all know, everybody know the famous line, in the beginning, right? So we're talking about Genesis 1. In the beginning. And all of our Bibles that we read, it says God. Get your notepad out. Scribble that one out. And write Elohim. Yeah, Elohim. Created the heavens. Cross that one out too. I'm going to tell you in a second. And the earth. Pause right there. But before we get into the heavens and the earth, we're just going to stick right to the beginning. In the beginning. That word, Bereshith. Pause right there. So I'm going to close this because it's a lot. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to close all this big old book with all these words in it. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to stick to the basics. Welcome back to Torah Talks with Ahava. We're going to Genesis. The other word, the paleo word, say this, paleo. Paleo. The paleo word for Genesis is Bereshith, not Bereshit. Okay? So we're not saying a curse word here. We're not cussing. It's a difference between curse and cuss. We're not cussing. So it's Bereshith, in the beginning. So we left the parking lot and we're going back to Genesis. So yes, before the drama, before the nations, before everyone started serving other dead gods, there was the beginning. Literally day one. Day one. Nothing else. Day one. Repeat after me. Day one. In the beginning, in Bereshith, day one. Yahuwah wasn't creating vibes, y'all. Yahuwah was establishing order. Order for the house. Exactly. You were living in day zero. So in the beginning, in Bereshith, Yahuwah separates everything. Everything is separated. Darkness, light, light and darkness. Light from darkness. Light from darkness. Waters from waters. Land from sea. Exactly. You can't live your life unless you separate the mess. Separation. So Yahuwah gives order before he gives function. He didn't tell the land to grow. He didn't tell the plants to grow until he made the land. He didn't tell the plants to grow until he made the land. And I keep saying he. But because I want to get the it's too big. He, too small. Like a breath, big. So original meaning really breaks down to this is where order starts. This is where order starts. In the beginning. Before religion, before doctrines, before man, order started. So not a fairy tale before anything else. Like, let me put things in the right place. You know, like y'all have your ABCs, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Would you put B before A? You would not. It would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Because that's what we were taught by man. But before man was order. Exactly. And day zero behaviors, still parking spaces. Because thou shall not steal. That's day zero. There was no order. So in English, we have Genesis. Hebrew, we have Bereshith. And the sounding of Palo is Barashath. And we're going to break that down even more. Now, I may be wrong about the Barashath. It could be Barashath, because I get a little tongue twisted sometimes. But we're going to break that down. You're going to see what I'm talking about. So we're going to break this down. B, just like the alphabet B. Ra. Sha. Th. Barashath. Barashath. Symbol, in the symbols, it would be like ba meaning your house, your tent. Ra meaning resh, no, baresh, bare, re would be the head. Our head, our first leader. So bare, ba would be our tent, our house. Re would be our leader. And a would be like ox, the strength, the strong one. And sh, the sh sound would be like teeth, which means consume fire. And ya, bara, ya, which means hand, work, deed. So hand, work, deed. And finally, the tav, which means mark, sign, covenant. So basically, you're saying the house head of strong one creates strong covenant, or creates and establishes strong covenant. See, family, Genesis isn't just a title. In ancient symbols, it basically means inside the house of the strong one, everything begins. Everything begins inside your house. And that is why the house has to be in order. And it has to have a leader in order for structure to be strong, to be able to survive. Because that's where everything begins.